There is something inside the human spirit that yearns to be free. Even when you were a child, when I was a child, one of the goals is to get older so that you can call the shots, so that you can determine when you come home. You don't have a curfew. You don't have to listen to certain rules. That's independence. And what I have found in my journey as I've became an adult and now I'm a middle-aged man is that the yearning and the thirst for independence is a real and great thing. But many people voluntarily give up their independence because of emotions, because of a lack of persistence, and because of laziness. Good to see you, Andre. Thank you, Maria. Great to see you both. Thank you both. Thank you, my members. And I want you to be diligent in your life because your independence can be taken from you so easily. And even senior citizens, those in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the last thing they want to give up is their independence. Empowerment is what independence is. And there's two ways you get it: financially and emotionally. Now, I want to start with emotionally. We'll talk about finances because finances are pretty easy and pretty basic. But let's talk about emotions because emotions will run into your finances. Remember, most humans make decisions based on emotions, not on logic. Artificial intelligence makes decisions purely on data, not on emotion. I'm not saying you should never have emotion, but I'm saying emotion without logic will get you in trouble. If you just follow your gut, you'll be fucked. Okay? There's a scripture that says, above all else, the heart is wicked. Don't just follow your heart. Bring some wisdom. Pluto. What's up, brother? Much love, Sammy. Tomorrow, I'm returning the SUV. Unfortunately, for March, they want $1,600 per month. So I'm picking up a car sedan for 1 week. Not sure how I'm going to sleep in a Camry yet. Yeah, you could sleep in any car as long as you could sleep in any car, but if the back seats go down, it's a no-brainer. Put the back seats down, the front passenger seat all the way forward, and you'll figure it out. You know, the nomad life requires you to be a little bit creative, innovative, and adaptive. But that's one thing you'll have to figure out. Do you want to keep renting a car or make one your own, or maybe get an apartment if you like a certain area of, California you're at? Many people get into the nomad life because they want their independence financially. And I tell you that many people make the mistake. They think that if they get in their car and they live cheap, they're going to be financially free. And it's not true because they're still going to have expenses. And if they don't increase their income, they're not going to get ahead. They're going to barely get by. And they worry about things that are not based on independence. Like an inverter pack is not based on financial independence. Guys, when you want to be financially independent, okay, you DoorDash until the sun comes up. You fucking throw a blanket back there and you sleep and you wake up and you go at it again. Okay. When you want to be emotionally independent, you change your phone number. See, I want to start with talking about emotionally independent. It's very hard to separate from someone you're in a relationship with. But relationships end. I don't believe humans are meant to be together. As far as a long-term relationship, in the Bible, guys had many wives. Okay, and in many countries, they still do. I don't agree with that either. Why? Because I believe men and women should have equal rights. But what I believe is that in today's world, we voluntarily give up our independence when we get into a relationship. There's no way you're in a relationship and you're independent. Impossible. So why do we get into relationships? For our need to love and be loved. Some of it is lust. And don't say none of it's lust, because, if you're in a relationship without any intimacy, then you're not in a relationship, you're in a friendship. Okay. So, bottom line is that once you get entangled, like Jada did, it's hard to get untangled. And I've been through that. And what I've also experienced is some people complain about their ex or about their current boyfriend or girlfriend or their current wife or husband. But as soon as they're alone, they don't like to be alone. See, if you want independence, you better be doing self-care out the wazoo. You better love yourself. Chances are you don't. You self-medicate. Okay. If you want to be financially free, you better work, or you better have a tight budget on your disability or Social Security. And you're getting a $1,400 check, which I'm glad. I got no problem with that. I'm happy for it. I think, it'll go to some people who need it. Some people put it in savings. I think if you make below 75 grand a year, you're going to get to 1,400. But you're really screwed in life when you don't have financial independence and when you don't have emotional independence. Now, there's been times in my life where I didn't have both. I've always worked, so I've never been destitute. And I had a family support system, so I never went without. But I've been in debt. And the reason I got out of debt is because I always worked. I have been entangled in certain relationships, and I'm glad I got in the relationships because I think humans should experience love. I think love is real, but love fades because humans are, at their very nature, independent creatures. And you know who the apathetic, lazy people say? We're all connected. We all need each other. It's true, but we don't need to be entangled with each other. And don't forget, guys, back in the day in America and now still in third world countries, they have children just for survival. That's it. You have children to take care of you because there's no Social Security back hundreds of years ago, and in third world countries don't have Social Security. There's no Medicaid. There's no stimulus. There was no stimulus 200 years ago. There was another child. A child was a stimulus check 200 years ago. Never forget it. And some people still treat it like that. And I think that's the most selfish, ungodly, devilish thing ever to touch this earth. But I say in 2021, the greatest year ever. Greatest year. I'd rather be in 2021 than 1981, than 1961, or 1821. 2021. Where you got $1,400 on the way. You can DoorDash like this. You can go live on YouTube like this. You can watch free porn like this. You can order DoorDash if you want to eat. What do you want to do? You can do anything you want to do. What are most people going to do? Text their ex or cry over their ex. Even with the 1,400, it'll be good, but it won't get them independent. See, people have the opportunity to do, but they don't do. Most people are lazy, not go-getters. Most people prefer the recliner to the incliner. Most people say they want to be independent, but they are a dependent. They're registered on their parents' tax returns as a dependent, even as a grown-up. See, guys, you're an independent person or you're dependent. And when you're independent, you work and you're willing to be alone. When you're dependent, you may not work, or you may depend on someone else for half your rent. Now, when you got no other choice, you got no other choice. But once you realize that you don't like the life you're living, if you have the capability, you better smack the shit out of yourself. And you better say, I could do bad all by myself. I could be broke all by myself. See, when you get by yourself, you can find yourself. If you don't have yourself, you don't have shit. If you don't work on yourself, your whole life is going to be more suffering than it needs to be. If you depend on your YouTuber, your pastor, your president, if you depend on your parent too much, and you don't go out there and find yourself, you're never going to have an empowered feeling. When you find yourself and you're empowered, you'll do the work of your life. You'll complete your destiny. You'll Elon Musk. You'll send all the fat chicks up to Mars. Because only when you find yourself and you empower yourself financially and emotionally, you're going to do something great. Until then, guys and girls, you know what you're going to do? Cry over your ex, which I've done. You know what you're going to do? Borrow more money to pay, rob Peter to pay Paul. I've done that. You know what you're going to do? Sit on a recliner. I've done that. I can't be a hypocrite. I've done these things. What made me wake up? Well, I didn't want to just work and not get ahead. And I've never been the type of person where I just want to get by. And emotionally, I looked at my life. I said, when have I been, when I was in my 30s, I said, when was I the most unhappy? And I looked at my life. I said, well, when I was entangled in relationships. They brought some happiness. I'm glad I had them. I have nothing bad to say about anyone. But I said to myself, I'm happier single. Is being single perfect? No, especially after a breakup. But overall, I operate a lot better. I want my independence. I don't want to wait at a rest area for someone else to finish. I don't want to know what you want for dinner. I don't even want to know about anything. Okay. I don't want to split the check. I don't want to cut the check. I don't want to see your family and wear an ugly Christmas sweater. I don't even want to see them on Zoom. Okay. I don't want kids. I don't want a curfew. Ever since you were young, you didn't want a curfew. You want independence. My grandparents came here from Italy. Why? They want their independence. See, guys, people come, or people are here. We're here, nothing you could do. You want your independence. I asked my grandmother on her deathbed, well, not her deathbed, but when she was older. I said, Grandma, you have any regrets in life? She goes, Sam, well, if I have one regret, I've always been a stay-at-home mom. My grandfather was a janitor. She goes, I wish I would have got my driver's license because I never felt like I was independent. I either had to walk everywhere or I had to ask for a ride. I had a great friend when I had an electrical contracting business who had a little bit of a bad history, but he was a great worker. I paid $25 an hour minimum. And great worker, great guy, and I really wanted to see him succeed because I thought, man, he needs a shot. So I would pick him up to do these jobs, and he was awesome. And I said, hey, man, look, you got to get a driver's license because if you get a driver's license, I can give you more jobs. You can make more money. You got the skill. And I would love to give you because I love to help people if I can. And this is where I became a little bit bitter over time because what I found is you really can't help anyone. Once in a while you get lucky, you can help someone. But I've become a little, and that's why I tell you, I think the only thing that can help people in a first world country is the Federal Reserve. That's it. But I digress. Let me go back to the story. So I was lovingly and encouragingly telling my friend, like, look, man, get your driver's license, man. You can make a lot more money and give you a lot more, you move up. And I'd asked him over the course of like 2, 3, 4 weeks. And on like the 4th week, because he kept telling me like he's got to do this first, he's got to do that. So I said, okay. So like after a month or so, I asked him, I said, man, did you get your driver's license yet? Because I was picking him up. And he goes, Sam, he just basically was like, then he got a little bit defensive and a little bit like, nah, don't ask me. Like, kind of like, don't ask me again. And after that, I just let it go. So, okay. And I wasn't mad at him because I loved him. He was a great worker. I was not mad. But I understood right there that for whatever reason, I don't know all the reasons. I tried to break it down. Like, what do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? But you cannot make sense with someone who's not thinking logically. The worst thing you can do is argue with someone who's not logical. I got family like that. I've had friends like that. And once I found out that for whatever reason, I don't know the exact reason, he just didn't want to try or whatever, I said, well, nothing I could do. He's always going to be at this level. He's never going to be independent. I think he would. I think he can be. I think he could have made close to damn near 100 grand a year over time. Not tomorrow, but over time. I think could have been a great person. I think he had a great attitude, all the abilities. So what am I saying? I'm saying that just because you have the ability, even if you're a nice person, you still have to put effort into your independence. You say, well, maybe some people don't want to be independent. Well, he had a wife and kids. Okay, when you have a wife and kids, you damn sure better be independent. And if you depend on your wife and kids for your happiness, they're going to be unhappy. And so look, guys, but even if you had no kids, no family, you're not going to be your best self. You're going to suffer more if you don't feel happy when you're alone, and if you're not able to pay for yourself without help of others. Now, when we're younger, we need help. I got help. When you're destitute, you need help. That's why I believe in government assistance. But I've also believed in what I've seen with family members and in the society is that there's always going to be some that don't value their independence because they don't want to do the work of their life. Or they go through some pain and they retreat. Guys, and I understand it because when I went through my last breakup, it was very hard to walk away. Like I tell you guys, I was walking outside every night for like 6 months, just crying every night. But that's what it takes. You never go back to whatever robbed you of your joy. Like if you did a drug deal with someone and they robbed you, would you do a deal with them again? If you got in a relationship with someone and they robbed you of your joy, would you go back to them again? Okay. If you don't like feeling broke and you see a DoorDash delivery comes up on your phone, do you deny it again? I saw a video today. I know there's some girl I know. Well, she used to watch the channel. She's broke. And she denies almost all the damn DoorDash deliveries. I don't understand. Here she got a job that pays $15 an hour. I've documented it on my own channel. Something mentally. So I want to wrap this up, then we're going to go all live comments, at least the beginning structure. Is that for me, I've gotten help, and at times you need help. I've been broken, and at times you'll be broken. But for me, at this point in my life, I value my independence. I believe in a collective, healthy society that has programs to help those who need help. But I believe in the American independence, okay? As America has some bad things, just like every other country. And it's still got to work on things just like every other country. But I will say, guys, I like that independent spirit. I do. Okay. And I think from the time you're born, you want to be an adult because you're independent. And I think you give up your independence when you get in a relationship, when you get a dog, when you take on responsibilities without thinking. And look, when you're young, or you got to go through these things in life. Even debt, you got to be careful with debt. Are you really independent when you owe someone? I've owed. I can't say I'll never get debt again either. I think about that often. I'm in a unique position because of work, sacrifice, pain, and the grace of God, and the help of others. But remember, if you don't help yourself, no one can help you. But I'm in a position where I'm as free as I guess you can be in this world. My life isn't perfect. I'm not a millionaire. Now, I think I'm the best looking nomad on YouTube, but I could get it with a girl if I wanted to, but I don't want it. I could be in an apartment right now, no problem. Like this, I don't want it. I'm not saying you should never be in a relationship or get an apartment, but I'm just saying for me, I'm trying to figure out how I can live the rest of my years on this earth as free as possible. And it's not easy. It's a daily discipline. Not to live in your car, not to always have to be single, but I think there's a lot to being single. I do. Car, I think you can go. I think most people probably shouldn't live in their car, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. And a lot of people ask me some crazy questions. I say, I hope they really think about what they're doing, because let's stay positive. All right, let's get ready to go live comments. And thank you, everyone. Love to you. Misat Dalima, $5 super chat. I like your videos. How long did you have to deal with going live, talking to yourself until people started joining? Well, my first live, I have a playlist on my channel called Live Streams. The first live I ever did was in a Walmart in New Jersey about a Texas shooting. And about 10 people came in there. It's Miss Kimberly from Texas was my first big viewer. She always pushed me to go live. But I had a lot of people in. So even my first one, I had a lot of people. It sucked. But even my first one, because I had been doing YouTube for like 6-8 months. Because at that time, and I think it still is, like you had to have at least 100 subscribers at that time and a certain amount of watch hours to be able even to go live. So I had, about 30, 40 people would watch my videos. And when I went live, I had about 5 to 10 people. If I got up to 20 people in live, that was a lot. And but it's like everything. It's like, guys, when I started as an apprentice electrician, I didn't do any electrical work. I carried materials for other people. So like I said, guys, and what did I do? I worked that job. I got coffee. I got materials. I worked as an apprentice for 5 years. I went to school at night. I didn't get out of high school and make 6 figures. So guys, your YouTube channel is not going to grow, but don't worry about that. Your career's not going to grow if you don't start. And even now, YouTube's a side hustle. I did the math. I make $16 an hour. Okay? So you can make that right now door dashing. Everyone wants to be a YouTube star and live in their car. But if they don't have a job and they're not able to be independent now, they're lying to themselves. Take the $1,400 and think about what you're going to do. So everything in life builds up through consistency, effort, sucking in the beginning, getting better, and there's still pain. 2 weeks ago, I still wanted to quit YouTube. So, because guys, for $16 an hour, I can make more still doing DoorDash. My goal is long-term, this will yield more, and it is my passion. I'm more passionate about this than other side things. But one is, I wouldn't even do it if I didn't have a main job. Because the risk reward, I could do this for a couple hours at night and say it fits into my retirement plan as supplemental income. But if I had no main job, my focus would be a main job. Because how do you think I get health benefits? How do you think I get a retirement plan? It's not YouTube. So I'm not getting a stimulus check. And that's not because of my YouTube salary. It's because of my main job salary. So I'm saying all that to say, you asked me a question about my beginnings of YouTube. And it's a good question. So 5 to 10 people. And it sucked because I wasn't even monetized at that time. And I had trolls. I remember the day before I got monetized. Because I had got monetized originally. And then YouTube changed the rules and say, you know what, you got to have 1,000 subscribers. Because when I started in 2017, you only need 100 subscribers to get monetized. And then 3 months into my thing, they said, no, you know what? We're going to make it 1,000 subscribers. And so I didn't have it. And so I got demonetized. And then I'm doing videos every day. I'm hoping, you know how long it take? For me, it took almost a year or so to get 1,000 subscribers. That was not easy. Okay. And I didn't just sit in front of the phone and bark like I do on my live feeds. I did like I do in my regular videos. I did RV videos. I went around New Jersey. I did some car things. So I remember the last live feed I did the night before I got monetized. There was a troll with 20 or 30 different accounts. And I only had 20 people watching me. And he was just busting my chops. Because there's some people that have legit mental problems. Okay? And they're online. And he was just trolling the shit out of me. And it was so frustrating. But it added fuel to me. Every time I get trolled, I show up even harder. So I just kept showing up. And I remember that, and I was like, fucking, I'm doing all this work, and I'm not getting any reward. For a year, you're working for free. I know people right now, they won't even accept a DoorDash for money. A $2 delivery is too cheap. Fuck that. Accept everything. You know, let me tell you something. You're never going to get ahead with a mindset like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about mindset. So look, YouTube is like being a pastor. YouTube is like being a waiter. It's something you do on the side. Now, yes, there's some exceptions, and yes, over time it can grow. But everything is you start small, you stay consistent, and you do it from a whole independent place. Because when you're financially and emotionally independent, guys, I come on YouTube, I can make a live feed about whatever I want. You know how many times people told me, I don't want to see this video, I want to see that. You know what I did during a pandemic? I did the ultimate no-mo. I talked all politics. People say, I'm leaving your channel, this is turning into all politics. That's bye. Bye, because I don't like Trump, motherfucker. Bye. You know what they did? They weep and gnash their teeth. And then sometimes when I say something conservative, you know what the liberals do? They go crazy. I had some liberal girls troll me. That crazy bitch Valerie from Oregon was psychopath with mental problems. She was major liberal. She's from Oregon. Yeah, she probably still watch. I saw her new channel, Sucks Too. Doing a fucking roller skating around in fucking kitchen. That bitch should be ashamed of herself. And she shouldn't even have a YouTube account. Okay? I hate to say it because I know she's mentally disturbed, but she's so mentally acute that she was flagging my videos just because I said something that she didn't like. It had nothing to do with her. That bitch should mind her business and fucking put those roller skates on, okay, and get to fucking work. And she's liberal, so I'm telling you how it is. So what I can tell you is this, okay? Is if you want something in life, you got to measure the risk reward, but nothing's going to happen without effort, consistency, the grace of God, and tenacity. And the harder you work, the luckier you get. Good question. All right, back live comments in order. Andre, good to see you again, man. Shout out to Linden, New Jersey. The beautiful Maria, my newest member. Well, I did have one other newer member. Love to you, Maria. Andre, hey, Maria. Maria, hey, Andre. Pluto, yeah, I've read that, brother. Yeah, you got to think. Maybe it's time to get a car, man. What do you think? Pluto. No, I'm good with being a nomad for the next year or so. Do you think you'll buy a car or still keep renting? $1,600 is a lot of money, man. You can rent an apartment for that. But I know the lifestyle's good. Adam, what's up, man? Good evening, Sam. Adam, I'm glad you took time for yourself today. Why? Because when you're a caretaker and you're dealing with that home situation, you got to take time for yourself. Good job. Andre, is this a Yaris, Sam? A Yaris, you mean a Toyota Yaris? What do you mean, is this a Yaris? The Toyota Yaris is a cute little small car. I could live out of that, no problem. Hal, what's up, man? What's good, my brother? Doing the best I can. Keep showing up. Keeping on a healthy routine. Some people say, well, why? I remember the Chinese girl I was dating. She goes, you go to bed early. Now, this was when I was in my 30s, and I was in my teens and 20s. I go to bed late. And she was older than me. She was a MILF. So she goes, why you go to bed so early? And I said, well, I got to wake up early. I said, I want to keep a healthy routine. At that time, I was losing weight. I was getting healthy. She was dating some loser in a fucking beat-up Toyota Tacoma. Fucking loser. I hate to say it's a loser. So I said to myself, I had figured out in life, unless you're working the night shift, if you're not sleeping by 11 o'clock on the weekends, midnight the latest, and if you're not up by 5, 6 o'clock, you're destroying your life. You're not independent. You need to be in a house with a recliner. Like Hal said the other night, it's hard not to text his ex at night. After 9 p.m., guys, it gets hard to resist emotional temptations, whether a relationship or food. When obesity, people who are obese, statistics show that I think it's like 60, 70% of people who eat past 9 p.m. have levels of obesity. You don't want to be up with a lot of energy past 9 p.m. Well, why are people up? Because they take naps, they wake up late, and they don't put any effort into pushing themselves. A nap is the devil, okay? A nap and a storage unit, fuck you. You ain't doing shit with your life. If people take nap and they got to start, they ain't doing nothing. I don't care. I don't care. I know they hate that. And what I can tell you is this, fuck it. You destroyed you're not independent. You can't even get rid of your storage unit. Get out of here. Stay in your house. Not you, Hal. I'm just talking. Maria, most people will sit in the recliner and not show up. Maria, you nailed it. 100 emoji. The recliner has killed more people than the coronavirus. Never forget it. Adam, you have to put in the work or definitely have a side hustle for sure. There's no doubt about it, guys. YouTube is a blessing because I learned a lot from YouTube. I'm still a consumer. It's also a strip club. Like Dan Diamond knows, $4.99 super chat. What if you feel like being independent is a bad thing? Sounds like someone who's over-religious or was dating a stripper from Tampa. Let's see what he got to say. He was dating a stripper. He goes, what if someone, I'm about to feel this one. He goes, what if you feel like being independent is a bad thing because you have thoughts of wanting a different life and that requires to be dependent on someone? Man, I don't know, man. All I know is you're not masturbating and that damn stripper from Tampa fucked you up, man. So I hope you haven't had contact with that stripper from Tampa. I want to tell you this. After a breakup, you need to go at least 18 months by yourself. If anyone gets a divorce or breaks up with a stripper and within the next 18 months get into another relationship, they might as well lick the inner mouth of someone with the coronavirus because you're killing yourself. If you cannot go 18 months without working on yourself, being by yourself, you don't deserve to be in a relationship because you're going to fuck that relationship up. And what I can tell you is here's the real thing. Once you're by yourself for 18 months, you know what you actually may do? You may actually learn how to be independent. You may actually learn how not to be emotionally dependent but independent. And then if you're independent, you know what happens? You may meet someone, and when you meet them, you don't obsess over them. See, what happens is when you meet someone and you haven't worked on yourself, you obsess with them, and that's why they broke up with you. Because you're a needy motherfucker. Not you, Dan, but maybe it applied to me at one point. You can't live without them. You can't be happy without them. You know why? Because you're needy. I was needy. And what I want to tell you is this. I have a great friend. He got a divorce, and within 6 months, he was dating some chick from the gym. You know where he's at now? Okay, in Jersey, they both got the coronavirus. He spent $40,000 on a kitchen renovation. He destroyed his life. And he making good ass money. He's financially independent, but he broke his fuck. And now he's emotionally destroyed, and he's got the coronavirus. I love this guy. If you're watching, I'm not talking about you, but I got to tell him. Dan, and anyone listen to me. I want to tell you tonight that there's some psychopaths that take cold showers. They went 18 months without masturbating, but they couldn't, and I think that's a lie. I think the two of us want to fucked up in the head. Okay. All I want to tell you is this. Like my man Juicy Jeff. Well, I don't know. I'll say it. This one I want to tell you. Well, Juicy Jeff was doing NoFap, and he went on like this strike against weed, and then he ended up having gay sex. He went to California. He was smoking weed every day. He destroyed his YouTube channel, and then he went back to Idaho. He's gone. Now, he's young. I would have done the same thing. Well, not the gay sex part. But what I want to tell you is when you're young, just like I did, I went on a religious journey, and I abstained from things because I thought the same thing that you guys think. Like, I got to be strict. I got to do this. But what I want to tell you is real independence is not even being superstitious about religion. You know, like when you're OCD, you got to touch something 3 times or else something bad going to happen. You know, Like when you're obsessive about politics, you got to call, you got to buy Alex Jones vitamin water or else, you're not going to be as strong as you need to be. Okay. When you love Trump, you got to fly that flag all the way up high. They stole it. When you love Biden, you say, Biden, give me the 1,400. Whatever you love and you can't live without, you depend on. Okay. Now, do we all need help? Guys, we all need help. But what I want to tell you is you can't live your life unless you're majorly disabled. Like that one chick, Valerie. But if she's so disabled, how does she create all these accounts? I don't know. I don't know how she did that roller skating video. And I saw by the look in her eyes. She's the devil. Did you see the look in her eyes? She's the devil. I told her. I told you guys. But that's all right. I'm getting off track. All I can tell you is this, Dan Diamond and everyone listening. I love you, Dan. You know that. You got to stay the fuck away from Tampa. You got to stay on the Palm Coast. You got to keep your job for at least 18 months, and you can't talk to anyone. I don't want to hear that you met a girl on the job. I damn sure don't want to hear you met a girl at the gym. You got to be alone for 18 months. If you can't be alone for 18 months, your life's fucked up. You're done. Because you don't love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, how is someone else supposed to love you? They're going to treat you like a baby. They're going to, oh yeah, put on the ugly Christmas sweater. Yeah, go do this. And then they're going to throw you out. And you know why? Because you have no self-respect. I always tell the story. I don't know what I was, 13, 14. I had some friends. They were good friends. We were good friends. But they were supposed to come pick me up to go to the mall. And they never came. And I got all dressed up. I was waiting for them. And my mom had come home. She goes, Sam, you all dressed up? Where you going? I said, well, I was going to go to the mall. And then like 8 o'clock came. I said, oh, I guess they ain't coming. And I remember that night. And I was still cool with them. But I remembered it that night. Because they did a lot for me still. So I don't want to be mad. But I remember that was one of the moments in life where I wasn't mad. But I was sad. And I realized that I got to do for myself. Now, I still made the mistake because I dated some girls in my 20s, and some of them, I was too needy. Now, I also broke some hearts. So always be fair in your evaluation. Like the stripper from Tampa may have broke your heart, but I guarantee you there was some fat chick, okay, working at Target that you fucking totally destroyed her heart. And Target pays right now $15 an hour minimum. Okay. So I don't want to hear, like, guys, you didn't get the $15 minimum job in the bill with the stimulus, but you can Target $15 minimum, Amazon, DoorDash. If you want to make $15 an hour, you can make it right now. What are we talking about? We're talking about your independence. All right, back live comments. Thank you guys for being patient, and girls. Maria. Oh, yeah, that was a great comment. Yeah, the recliner killed more people than the coronavirus. Yep, Bushcraft got it. Marcel, what's up, man? Shout out to UK. Hey, Sam. I hit a lifetime deadlift. PR today. This guy likes fitness. He's into the fitness. I saw a big-ass sign again today, guys. I almost posted it on my community tab. Planet Fitness said, now hiring. Now hiring. Big sign. He goes, hey, Sam, I hit a lifetime deadlift PR today. I thought you were talking about Puerto Rico. What's that personal? All right, let's continue. I realized that I need to be strong to be reputable personal trainer. Well, no, not really. Hell no. You lying? I see some out of shape guys and girls in Planet Fitness. They training these motherfuckers. Okay. So what I can tell you is this: get a job right now. Now you're not going to be training Kim Kardashian out of shape and out of style, but you start now and you refine as you go. That's like me saying to my man Muscle. That was like me saying, well, I'm not going to go live until I perfected going live. No. You know what I did? Hit start. Go. And I figure it out. Okay. Yeah, that's like me saying, I'm not going to do DoorDash until I do a 20-hour seminar. Hell no. Accept. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't get your shit together first, but I'm telling you right now, you start now and you refine it as you go. Okay. Because there's some out of shape people, now not in Florida, but definitely in the UK, okay, that they don't care what you look like. They don't even care about getting in shape, okay? They're going to eat the Tootsie Roll and the free pizza at Planet Fitness, okay? And they're just going to get away from their spouse, okay? Or they're going to meet someone else. There's a few people in there that are intense, okay? But they're not going to be... None of the people that are in shape ask for a personal trainer, guys, okay? So the people who ask for a personal trainer are people who are not in shape. Oh, how does that machine work? And they go like this, go like this. How does that machine work? Go like this. It's like, come on. It's like fucking, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say positive. I want to say positive. All right, I'm going to take hydration break. Let's stay positive. Let's stay positive. Bear with me, guys. Unbelievable. Oh my God, I missed a couple super chats. Damn it. I'm all damn worked up. Big Plan Dan, $10 super chat. Pluto, $3 super chat. Damn it. Forgive me, guys, for I have sinned. I neglected to have my laptop open, and I'm all worked up tonight talking about this stuff. Big Plan Dan, thank you. Pluto, thank you. Big Plan Dan, I love you, brother. Build that house, but get rid of that storage unit, man. I love you. God bless you, Pluto. I love you, man. Pluto, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch your expenses now. You're running a business. Now, Big Plan Dan had a great business. He had a lesbian porn business. Pluto, you run an insurance business. You gotta watch your expenses, man, because $1,600 high now. You gotta keep your expense low. I love you guys. Thank you both very much. Very gracious to me. I'm sorry for the lateness. Good question, Maso. Adam, hike 3.99 cents super chat from Maria. She blessed me last night and tonight. One of my newest members with the see you emoji. Thank you, Maria. All right, guys, I'm back. I got the laptop up. Maria, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone out there. I appreciate it. I hope my videos help you in some way. Adam, hike 3.5 miles today. There you go. Walking's good for the soul. Definitely need more time to work on fitness. I'm out of shape. Well, I was obese. You know how I lost 200 pounds? Walked every night, but mainly changed my diet. Stop eating Chick-fil-A. You can hike 3.5 miles, but if you eat Chick-fil-A on the weekends, you're done. Now, you can still eat Chick-fil-A. I was eating out every night. I'm talking about General Tso's, spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's, a whole fucking gallon of Carvel chocolate chip mint ice cream with chocolate sprinkles. Oh, I was a fat bastard. And I was loving it. And I was still pulling chicks. Why? I got a good personality, guys. But I was losing my independence. I was struggling to tie my shoe. There were a couple times at work that I was going up the stairs and I had a nosebleed. And I had basically gone to the biggest size clothes you could buy. And I said, man, I don't really care. I said, because I've never been like, I really don't care what people think. But I was like, once I got into my 30s, I said, I got to start losing weight. Okay. And when I started to just exercise, but not change my diet, that's when I hurt myself physically. I got nerve damage, and it changed my outlook on my life and on my health. Because when you're in pain, I'm not gonna say for everyone, because I know some people, they'll have issues with breathing and they still smoke cigarettes. So I can't say everyone, but I say for me, it just woke me up. Because when I was sitting in the hospital in an emergency room for hours waiting for someone else to help me, and I wasn't, I was, being helped, but I wasn't like a top emergency. I said, I hate that. I hate waiting for someone else. Whether it's a girlfriend at a rest area for her to get out of the bathroom, whether it's a contractor to come to my house to tell me, like, what does he have to do here? What is this? I don't like waiting for other people. I like to be independent. Now, I'm not saying I can always choose to never have to wait, because sometimes I have to wait. But I want to be in more control than less. I want independence. Even now when I look at a home base, how much entanglement? One reason I don't want a physical structure is because everything that's a structure, more contractors, more care, more maintenance. And I say, and I went live late tonight because I went for a long walk myself. Not really, it's part of my routine, not necessarily for the health, but I went to look at this property. And before you spend a large amount of money, go for a walk, a long walk. And I went for this long walk, man, and I was like trying to visualize myself here for 10 years. And it was taking a toll on my soul. I was thinking about 10 years worth of history in owning a property up north and all the things I went through, trying to learn from the past. See, guys, when you own property, you're married. Now, it's not like a marriage to a person. You can get out of it, and it's just you. But the minute you sign on a document that says you're responsible and you own this land, you're responsible for it, whether it's a house, a condo, or whatever, you're married to it. And you're responsible for it. You have to care for it. If it needs a doctor, if it needs a contractor, you have to wait around for it. Now, again, I'm not saying you should live like me, because I do honestly realize that the life I live is probably not for most of people. Okay. And even for me, I'll probably get out of it at some point. But I always tell you, remember to think on a smaller scale when it comes to your liabilities, and on a greater scale when it comes to your assets and income. Because you want to get ahead, not just financially, emotionally. See, when you have more things that weigh you down and less things that bring your income up, and when you have more things to take care of and less time to take care of yourself, that's when you're financially and emotionally dependent. And that's why I tell you should masturbate regularly. That's why I tell you, even if you can afford a lot of stuff, buy what you need and get some of what you want, but don't put so much on your plate that it crushes your creative spirit. Praise the Lord. All right, let's go back to live comments. I'm a little bit long-winded tonight, guys. Thank you for being patient with me. Andre, what kind of car do you drive? A Jeep. What kind of car do you drive? Jeep, man. Dan. Oh, yeah, I read that. Dan, I love you, brother. I love you, man. Keep pushing forward. Stay away from her. Stay away from all women right now. Once you go through a breakup, and this is for my girls too. Have I ever been a rebound guy? Oh, yeah. I was a rebound guy. I thought about this today, and I had it made. Okay. I was the backup guy. I had no emotional responsibility. I had no really responsibility. I was just a guy that, when the main guy fucked up, I was the side guy. And I was living a vida loca. But somehow, I became obsessed with having more. And when I saw, like, I had an when the other guy was messing up, I said, you know what? Maybe we should be together. And I started talking crazy like that. And then, you know what I found myself? I found myself owning. I found myself being responsible. I found myself as the main guy. I found myself as the homeowner. I had to change the furnace and the AC condenser for $10,000. I had to listen to the Asian MILF tell me all the stuff about her ex, about life, about everything. I had to hang a microwave. I said, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know why I wasn't content with just living free and independent. I said to myself today when I was thinking about buying something, I said, Sam, is this like the time you was dating that Asian MILF? Like you had to own it? Like you had to be the main one? Why can't I just rent if I really want to get off the road? I don't know. There's something in the human psyche that fights against itself. Like I said, when you're young, you want to be independent. You don't want a curfew. You want to call the shots. But then when you get old enough to call the shots, you know what you do? You invite someone else in your life to call the shots with you. You put a self-enforced curfew on yourself. You get a job. You finally start making money. You know what you do? You go get a car loan. You go get a house note. And before you know it, you broke as fuck. And you said to yourself, damn, is this what life is? Well, for those who are dependent on, yep. I tell you guys, it's a miracle. That's a miracle. The Lord spared me. Okay? The Lord spared me. And I found out a few things on my journey. Number one is I can't handle the pressure of being the main guy. Because I'm very nice and compassionate. A lot of people said, Sam, you make a good father, a great husband. I would. But after a while, I would get upset. I wouldn't yell. I wouldn't hurt anyone. But I would just be silent and I'll be dying inside. Because I don't want that. Okay, don't want it. Because I learned as I got older, I am a loving person. I'm glad I got to experience love. I had some great people in my life. But I am not a middle-aged father that wants to take his family to Disney World. Oh, nope. That's not me, guys. Okay? Hell no. I don't want, even like I got some people, some here, like not in here, but like people comment on my channel. They want me to be like, almost like their emotional husband. I've had a lot of offers, guys. And I said to myself, I don't want to be your caretaker. That's the only relationships I like are virtual. Because we're independent. You don't like me, you unsub, you unjoin, that's it. I don't like you, you're blocked, you're done. That's it. You say, is that right? Well, hey, Dan Diamond tried it in real life. How'd that end up? And everyone in here can testify the same thing. Andre's in Linden, he got a bunch of kids. Maria's single, she told me today with no kids, she's living good. Living la vida loca. Hal's trying to recover from his ex. We got Marcel, he's in the UK trying to get in shape to be a personal trainer for fat chicks. You don't have to do that. All right, guys, I'm getting off track. Let's take a hydration break. All right, back to live comments. Pluto. Out of 200 people, only myself and 2 others have lasted so far in the company from that group. Like I always tell you, if you show up at a job, whether it's Walmart or Wall Street, and you look around on the first day you're hired, if you stay with that company for at least 3 years, you'll look around, and I would say less than 30% of the people you started with will still be there. That's just the reality of life. And he goes, I'm eyeing management position for next year. Pay is over $30 an hour. There you go. That's how you move up. How do you move up? You get your foot in the door. You show up for a couple years. You do your job. You do it even a little bit good. You don't bitch. You don't moan. You don't get in trouble. And before you know it, money bag emoji. Adam. That's awesome, Pluto. I agree. Pluto. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Adam. I just follow Sam's steps. Self-care. There you go. Self-control. There you go. Time management, there you go. Main job, yep. Side job, yep. Always show up, praise the Lord. One day at a time, oh yeah. And no storage unit, praise the Lord. AKA the devil. Damn it. Pluto, you take good notes, my friend. Good job, man. How? Yeah, laughing good. Put on that ugly Christmas sweater, I'll tell you right now. You end up becoming the chihuahua, okay? And what happens is, you lose all your dignity and self-respect. Now, you can say, well, I like to make my wife happy. The problem is she ain't never going to be happy. Okay, no, I'm sorry. And you say, well, I like to take care of my man. Well, what I could tell you is you resent your man. You want to be, American women didn't sacrifice so that they can be back, okay, to having to take care of people. Guys, American women said, I want my independence, and I agree with them. And a lot of these men that are men going their own way or men going in the Philippines and other countries going backwards, they're trying to go back to where America was 200 years ago. They want the women that don't have power. It's a disgrace. I want women to have power because to me, a woman in power doesn't threaten my power. Guys, another religion doesn't threaten my religion. Guys, when you're at peace with yourself financially and emotionally, you're not threatened by anyone else. Why? Because why would you care if someone else shines? I don't care if a woman's more successful than me or whatever. It don't bother me. Oh what? Because then she can't listen to you? Guys, I don't care if she listens to me or not. I don't care. So, see, I want to tell you tonight, guys. Any man that you meet that goes to a third world country to get a wife, even if he's financially independent, he's not emotionally. That's my opinion. Because the only reason you do that is so you can control the relationship. That's it. Now, I met a couple women. They're American citizens. They married a foreign guy. Why? To control them. That's right. So men and women do it. And then they bitch that they want to be independent. Well, you don't want to be independent. You went looking for someone that you can control. See, you can't get your independence by putting someone else in bondage. Oh, you can't. See, a lot of people blame their drug-addicted boyfriend for their ruined life. But the truth is, you put the chains on yourself. Never forget it. And what I want to tell you tonight, guys, when you're at a place in your life, whether you're obese and you're in the emergency room and you have a shooting pain up your body, whether you're crying on your $2,000 queen mattress over an Asian MILF, or whether you're just out there in a strip club looking for love, at a certain point, you have to work on yourself. Because your independence doesn't come from a foreign entity. It damn sure don't come from a foreign spouse. It comes from yourself. And when you're at peace with yourself, emotionally and financially, then you can add. But like I tell you, even when you can add, I still like subtraction, guys. Unless when we talk about money bag, okay? Because when we talk about money bag, I like adding, multiplying. Okay. I don't like dividing. But when we talk about like things or people, I like that minus sign, guys. I like to focus on self-care. I like independence. You say, well, that's not right. Well, most people I met that don't agree with that, they're miserable as a motherfucker, okay? And that's their plain truth. They're miserable. They're unhappy. They're crying. They're devastated. They want someone to talk to. I've been there. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I told myself. I have to walk this level of journey by myself. My mom couldn't get my life together. My manager couldn't get my life together. All those people may help you as far as like give you opportunity, but you have to do it. You are the one that has to get your life together. And if you don't look to you, and if you don't go on a spiritual journey, see, I got some people now that go through a breakup and they want to talk about it. I said, no, when I was going through things, I was trying to change my life. You know what I did? I worked on myself. You didn't want to go when I was going in church and when I was researching to get a spiritual foundation so that I could start to like build my life. You didn't want to do any of that. You mocked me. Okay. When I was working, overtime or doing DoorDash or doing things on the side, you didn't want to do that. See, I don't give a fuck that now you're crying and devastated when you didn't want to do the work spiritually, financially, or any other way. But now you're destitute financially, emotionally because you didn't do the work. You didn't do the work financially or emotionally. And now you're devastated because you built your house on sand and drugs and alcohol and cigarettes and toxic relationships. And now it's all come crumbling down. And now you have to do what I did and what anyone else who's gained independence. You got to work on yourself. And if you don't want to do that, and nothing going to change. You're going to end up right back in the loop of the cycle of abuse. And you are the abuser. You're abusing yourself. You're abusing your body. You're abusing your emotions. Oh, it's very hard to get out of that cycle, guys. Let's take out this break. Go back live comments. Adam, laughing good. Laughter's good for the soul. Do it. Just do it. Maria, napping is the devil. I'm telling you right now, I'm not even letting you seniors pass on this. Unless you're over 80 years old, you shouldn't be taking a nap. You say, I'm 72, I should be taking a nap. Last time I saw a video, you were depressed, you had bad physical and mental health. And what I can tell you is you're taking naps, ain't got a storage unit. Get rid of both. Okay. And when I see you inspired and kicking ass in life, I guarantee you ain't gonna be because you're taking a nap. Never forget it. Hal. Personal records. Gotta keep some stuff private. Never forget it. Big Plan Dan, thank you, brother. You've been such a blessing to me, man. Pluto, you've been a blessing too, guys. You guys have been gracious to me. Thank you both. Hal. Hello, Maria Brown. She's a new member. Pluto, let's stay positive. I'm trying. I know I get a little negative. Thank you again, Maria. Maria, hey, Hal. Adam, how long did it take you to get 1,000 subscribers? I want to say about a year and a half, about 18 months. There's something like that, in that range. Maria, smile face, help. Just came across a Facebook post with my ex in it. What you doing on Facebook, man? Stomach is turning. Time for a walk. Yeah, time to shut down your Facebook account. You got to do no contact, man. Well, I don't want to be a hypocrite. Because I remember when I went through a breakup, I was searching my ex on Match.com. And she was talking about now she's like in a good place. And her, she got her mental health out. Oh, so here we go. It was a disaster. You know what I did? I went outside for a walk, cried my ass off. Okay. For about, like I said, 6-8 months in the winter in New Jersey. So, hey guys, look, you're all you can do is separate. I'll tell you right now though, I was crying my ass, but I refused to text her. And you can't go back. You can't. And in my heart, I'm not going to lie to you. I said, God, let her have mercy on me and send me a text. But I'm glad I never text her. And I'm glad that went, and I didn't end it badly. I ended it like a gentleman. I said, you know what? This is unhealthy for me. I can't handle it. So it's best that we just not be friends. See, I take accountability. Okay, I didn't bullshit. I still don't bullshit. But I also do not keep a dead relationship alive. I don't keep friends, guys. When you keep friends, you keep a storage unit. You keep napping. Oh, you keep watching me shine, motherfucker. Because I'm telling you right now, an ex that's a friend is a fucking double wide storage unit. And that price goes up every fucking year, okay? It started as a little cubicle box. You don't even know what's in your storage unit. You don't even know what's in your soul anymore. I want to tell you right now that the road to independence is not an easy one. You need the grace of God. You do, but you need some work. You need to be tough. You need to be a bull. You need to be a broken bull. Okay. You need to be a broken bull. But if you're apathetic, if you're taking cold showers, it ain't gonna happen. Because you got to go through the fiery furnace of hell. I don't know why I didn't create the world. And I try to love God, and sometimes I question him, but I try to keep the faith, stay positive, be thankful for what I have, and thankful for all the things the Lord did for me. But yeah, I do question, like, why do we have to go through pain? Now, right now, I feel pretty good. But I've been through pain and I know it can still happen. And at those moments, I go, what's going on, God? What are you doing over here? And I'm not even going to give you this grand speech like everything turns out for the better, even though sometimes it does. Like I tell you right now, some of the girls I was crying over, I'm not going to say, but I seen them and I said, thank you. I'm telling you right now, well, you cry, I wouldn't want that. Okay? I wouldn't want that. So what I want to tell you is this, okay? I'm going to tell you. All I can tell you is sometimes we think we want something and we don't want that. All right? Let's say positive. I got to thank the Lord for that one. I ain't going to lie about that. Where are we at? How? It's on a mutual friends page. Yeah, well, I don't like that word mutual friend page because you guys are enemies right now, okay? You should be listening to Weekend Enemies, okay? I want your YouTube search Weekend Enemies. That's what you are. You're enemies, okay? You know. Hey, guys, look. You know, you can't be friends. That's bottom line, period. I love you. Andre, I only have one kid. Well, don't forget, for me, it's like, one dog year is like 7, human years. So for me, one kid is like 7. I love you. $5 super chat. Always be you, no matter what the haters say. Well, they say a lot, but they see me shining. Much respect. Thank you. I appreciate that. Damn it, Adam. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Very gracious. You guys and girls been very gracious. Thank you, everyone. I love you, Adam. I love your kid. And there's no disrespect to anyone who has kids, guys. I'm just sharing like my man Adam encouraged me. And that's what I told Andre in the beginning, too, because I don't want to hurt Andre. I don't want to hurt anyone. I got to be me. Why? Because, guys, this is the reason why I want to be single and why I don't want to owe anyone anything. Because I want to be able to go live and be myself. Okay? I understand that other people have different way they want to live life. I understand I'm not for everyone. But I'm telling you right now, if you like houses, you should watch a channel that talk about house decor. If you like relationships and kids, you should be watching whatever. A lot of people doing that. I don't know. I'm talking about vasectomies. I'm talking about masturbating. I'm talking about living financially free. I'm talking about main job, side job. I'm talking about retiring early. I'm talking about Boca Raton. Okay. I'm talking about no state income tax. Okay. I'm talking about you making so much money, you don't qualify for the stimulus. Okay. So, for me, I want to talk about that. Okay. I don't want to talk about the Dollar Tree. Okay. I don't want to talk about your ex-girl, I'm not talking about you. I want to talk about going forward. Like sometimes I don't even want to see people I know from the past. Why? I don't want to go backwards. Okay. For me, I want to go forward. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out how I go forward and maintain my financial and emotional independence. Because that's what's most important to me. Because in a first world country, we got the Federal Reserve. There's no one that starves to death. Okay. And there's no one out there that if they can work, they can get a job. Okay. And so what I can tell you is this, guys. What else do you want? Other than being spoon-fed, I don't know what else you want. So all I can tell you is this, guys. Let's stay positive. Kathy! What's up, Kathy? Marcel, I appreciate your input. Oh, no. Hal, I wasn't talking about you with your ex-girl. I'm talking about, I appreciate you sharing that. I was talking about like a mindset. Again, guys, when I share, I'm not talking about you guys directly per se. I get all worked up and I talk about like, I don't want to talk about my ex, but I like talking about like what we just shared about. So just to correct you on that, I wasn't upset with you. Marcel, I appreciate your input. Wow. It's funny. People don't expect you to look good. I look like I lift. Well, I tell you right now, I get some views just because, like, if I look good on a certain picture or something like that, like, they're clicking, okay? I had some girls, they throwing the panties at me, okay? I threw them right back. Why? Because they crazy as hell, okay? And they don't look good. Come on, guys. So, let's say positive. He goes, I look like I lift. In a serious gym, I would look like a twig, though. Hey, don't worry about it. Most people in the gym are old. Remember, guys and girls, 90% of the population is butt ugly, okay? There is only 10% of the population that looks good. Now, they're all in South Florida, okay? But there's like a couple stragglers in California and, some parts of the world, okay? But most people, I want you guys, next time you're in a room, next time you go to the gas station, next time you go to the gym, I want you to look around the room. If there's 10 people, how many people look good? See, the problem is you go into the gym, you see the one girl or the two girls with the pair of yoga pants that look amazing. It's, oh my God, everyone looks good. Nah, you took in too many cold showers. I look around the room and I see an old lady with wrinkly skin. I see a fat lady doing like this on the thing. She can't even do the bike. She doing like this with her hands. I see an old guy with a tribal tattoo. Still think he young. He old as fuck. Okay, I see young, skinny kids behind a desk working front desk thing. I don't see like, oh my God, everyone's gorgeous and I'm in the best part of the world, guys. And I see good-looking people, but I still know most people, they're not that good-looking. Okay, so remember, a lot of you guys and girls, you put too much pressure on yourself. Okay, you think you gotta be Superman, Superwoman to do something. All you gotta do is show up. Okay. All right, that's a good comment. Hal, yeah, I thought it was talking about Puerto Rico. PR means personal records. Oh, okay, I thought it was talking about Puerto Rico. Thank you, Marcel. Adam, going to dip out of here, Sam. Thank you, Adam, for everything. Got to do my research on my axe comparison. Bushcraft tomorrow. Video tomorrow. Appreciate your wisdom, my friend. Everyone check out my man Bushcraft. Check out my man Bushcraft. Check out my man Big Plan Dan. Love to you both. Thank you. Always be you no matter what. Thank you again for that gracious comment. Yeah, I have a lot more people that support me than are haters. It's actually opposite of when I started. When I started, there was supporters, but there was almost more trolls or haters, because when you're a small channel, most of the people that come on your channel are people that just want to have someone to either mess with or talk to. As you grow, your audience grows more diverse, and the haters are still there, but they're small. Like, even now, like, I get a couple hateful comments, but 90% are positive. So, like, now I kind of like, the trolls don't bother me at all, because now I'm at a point where, guys, I'm so successful with it, it's like, don't even faze me. And I know that I affect more people in a positive way than negative. So, but in the beginning, when you're unsure of yourself, it's scary. Okay, so, once you get a certain amount, it's like, man, come on, man, you already know what it is. You ain't doing that. I'm obviously growing for a reason, okay? And you're obviously hating for a reason. So, but in the beginning, you uploading a video about an axe comparison. In the beginning, I did a live feed about a Texas shooting. I wasn't even in Texas. It's like, you're doing shit but that's how you get better. You do. And you keep doing, and you keep doing. And you refine it as you go. And then you get better, but never wait for the perfect conditions. Never wait for the perfect video. Never pick yourself apart. Why? Because that's how you end up with plastic surgery and no progress. Now, if you marry a ball player, you may be able to get away with that. But if you working at, Amazon, you can't get away with that, okay? So, good job. Kathy, financial and emotional freedom for the win. Damn it. Single for life. Shout out to Chicago. What I could tell you is this, Kathy, all the way from Chicago, I was going to say the great state of Illinois. I ain't going to say that because I don't want to lie to you. But all the way from the Windy City, the home of R. Kelly, totally let the R&B genre down. Totally disgraced us. So what I can tell you is, Kathy, love to you and love to you. I was going to say love to Chicago, but it's too cold up there. I love you. Hal. My bad. No, nothing to apologize. My bad. I didn't mean to misinterpret what I was saying. I know, my brother. Just saying it out loud, because at the end of the day, you are right. Real's real. Yeah, also, but I don't want you to apologize for something that wasn't your fault. And you shouldn't have to. So, I wasn't, I love when you share, brother. You keep doing you. Marcel, good point. Thank you. Left is good for soul. All right, guys and girls. I hope I affected you in somewhat of a positive way tonight. I want to thank everyone for watching. Adam, thank you. Maria, thank you. Pluto, Big Plan Dan, Dan Diamond, I love you. Maso, all my members, Andre, shout out to Linden, New Jersey again. Pluto, Hal, you know I love you, brother. Adam, been a blessing to me. Marcel, UK, man, he comes here late night. And Kathy from Chicago. Everyone out there, guys, look, we're all different, okay? So I know that some people would not be happy single. However, most people I know are in a relationship, they're not happy. So I gotta just say that as a disclaimer. I think everyone needs a level of financial independence. However, I recognize that some people have disabilities. And that's why I'm always a proponent of social programs. And I have family members on some of those social programs. I think it's a great thing. Why? Because better the government takes care of them, and it's better for society. Guys, when people get $1,400 stimulus check, most of them, you know what they do? They spend it. And that's what makes the economy go. So, again, I wouldn't be mad at that. I'm not mad at universal basic income. For me, you know, when everyone eats, it's better. Okay. I like I always tell you guys, when you're at peace with yourself, other people are not a threat to you. So for me, it's not a threat to give someone even a little bit more than they deserve. I don't really care. But I always tell you, your independence cannot be given to you. People need to help you, and people should help, and society should help. But you have to help yourself if you can. Again, I recognize there's some people that have serious issues. But for the vast majority of people that are butt ugly, is you can help yourself. Okay? And even if that starts with waking up early, having a healthy breakfast, working out, canceling your storage unit, not taking a nap, going for an afternoon walk, doing something productive, hopefully that earns income, doing something creative on the side, hopefully that keeps your dreams alive. And then by the end of the night, you're so tired, you're not lurking on Facebook, you're not lurking on Instagram, you're not bullshitting, you're tired as fuck. Guys, after this live feed, I'm taking a shower, I'm gonna be fucking sleeping like a baby. Okay? And it's not because my life has always been that in order. It's because I've made the mistakes, and by the grace of God and through hard work, I rebuilt my life on a healthy foundation, locked in to a church, into a job, and stayed there for years. Now, I separated from certain things, from religion, I separated kind of. I changed jobs at times. So, but for years, the consistency pays off over time. And you say, I don't want to wait that long. I say, I don't either. But all I can tell you is this, it starts with one step at a time. So, you know, Wendy, hey Wendy, shout out to you. Good to see you, sunglass face emoji. Thank you for leaving a comment at the end. Thank you. All right, guys and girls, again, hopefully my video will help you in some way. Thank you for everything. Remember, I'm grateful, not entitled. I appreciate all your love and support. Have a peaceful night. I'll see you tomorrow. God willing. Peace.